Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Izzat Mukri bin Kamluddin Mazuki and today I will be presenting our research titled The Performative Spatial Axis Interpreting Wayang Kulit as an Enabling System for the Creative Economy. This research was conducted together with my co-authors Mayami Yohanis, Ahmad Faisal Yusof and Nur Anshah Zulkifli from the Department of Built Environment Studies and Technology, University Technology Mara, Perak Branch, Malaysia. In this presentation, I will discuss how traditional performing art, particularly wayang kulit, can inform contemporary architectural design and contribute to the development of the creative economy. This presentation will cover 6 main sections. First, I will introduce the research background and research gap. Then I will briefly discuss the literature review and conceptual framework. Next, I will explain the research methodology and the selected case study. After that, I will present the key findings, followed by a discussion on architectural design principle, and finally conclude the study. Today, many forms of intangible cultural heritage or ICH are facing significant challenges due to rapid urbanization and digital transformations. Traditional performing art such as wayang kulit are experiencing decline audience engagement, particularly among younger generations. At the same time, contemporary cultural consumption patterns have shifted toward digital media, immersive experience, and interactive cultural environments. Many preservation strategies currently focus on documentation and archiving, rather than addressing the spatial environment that allow these cultural practices to continue evolving. Wayang kulit is more than a spatial of entertainment. It represents a rich tradition of storytelling, ritual practices, and collective cultural identity. However, without appropriate spatial and architectural support, this traditional performance practice may struggle to remain relevant in contemporary society. Next, in contemporary architecture, many heritage-related design focus mainly on visual symbolism and aesthetic representation. For example, buildings may incorporate traditional motif and decorative elements inspired by cultural heritage. However, this approach often overlooks the actual spatial mechanism that support cultural performance. In the case of wayang kulit, the performance is not simply a visual spectacle. Instead, it operates as a structured spatial system involving several key elements, such as the Tok Dalang, who control the puppet and narrative, the light source, which create the shadows, the clay or screen, where the shadows are projected, and the audience will experience the story through the projections. Despite this complex spatial relationship, current architectural discourse rarely explore how this performative spatial relationship can be translated into contemporary architectural environments. This research therefore addresses this gap. The main of this research is to reinterpret the spatial system of wayang kulit as an architectural framework that support the contemporary creative economy. This study seeks to demonstrate how traditional performance structures can inform the design of architectural environment that sustain, such as cultural production, community engagement, and economic opportunities. To achieve this aim, 3 research objectives were developed. First, to study the spatial configuration of wayang kulit performance, focusing on the relationship between performance, lighting, screen, and audience. Second, to examine contemporary interpretation of wayang kulit performance spaces through selected architectural case study. Third, to synthesize spatial design principles that can inform the development of a cultural innovation hub integrating traditional culture with modern creative industries. Next, recent architectural discourse increasingly view architecture not as a passive container, but as performative space. In this perspective, Space becomes meaningful when it interacts with human activity and cultural events. Performative architecture emphasizes several key characteristics. First, the ability of space to influence human behavior and social interaction. Second, the capacity of architectural environments to support cultural practices, ritual, and performance. Third, the recognition that architecture becomes meaningful when it is activated through human engagement. Therefore, architecture can function as an agent that enables cultural performance rather than simply hosting. Wayang kulit performance operate through a highly structured spatial configuration. The performance involves several interconnected components such as the tok dalang, who act as a storyteller and puppeteers, the clear or screen, where shadow are projected, the light source, traditionally an oil lamp, the gamelan musician, who provide musical accompaniments, the puppet, which is intricately crafted leather figure, and finally the audience who experience the narrative. These elements from a linear spatial arrangement known as the performative spatial axis. This axis organizes the narrative flow of the performance and structure in the relationship between performance, light, and spectators. Next, based on this spatial logic, the research proposed a conceptual framework known as an architectural enabling system. This framework translates the traditional spatial logic of wayang kulit into three interconnected spatial zones. The first zone is the engine, which functions as the production and incubation space. This includes puppet workshop, craft production area, music rehearsal, and digital media labs. The second zone is the interface, which acts as a performative threshold between production and public engagement. This zone includes hybrid performance spaces, exhibitions, and digital installation. The third zone is the realm of engagement, which encourages community participation and economic activity through cultural plaza, craft market, and tourism spaces. Together, this zone form an integrated system support cultural sustainability and economic development. The diagram on this slide illustrates how the traditional wayang kulit spatial edges can be expanded into a broader architectural framework. Traditionally, the spatial edges consist of the tok dalang, the puppet, the light source, the screen, and the audience. In the reinterpretation proposed in this research, these edges expand into larger architectural zones that support productions, performance, and public engagement. This reinterpretation allows traditional cultural practice to interact with contemporary creative industry. This research adopt a qualitative spatial analysis approach. The objective is to understand how the spatial configuration of wayang kulit performance can inform contemporary architectural design. The study focused on three main aspects, which the spatial relationship between performance and audience. Next, the role of lighting and shadow in shaping spatial experience. And last, the interaction between cultural practice and architectural environments. This analysis is guided by four feasibility and dimension, which is cultural feasibility, operational feasibility, economic feasibility, and technological feasibility. Data was collected using several qualitative methods. First, spatial observation, which allow the research to analyze the arrangement, performance, screens, light source, and audience. Second, photographic documentation, used to record spatial configuration and architectural elements. Third, archival research, which include reviewing academic literature and cultural documentations. This triangulation method ensures a reliable understanding of the spatial dynamic of wayang kulit performance. Three case studies were selected to represent different architectural context in which wayang kulit performance occur. First, the case study is Gelanggang Seni in Kota Baru, Kelantan, which represent a traditional vernacular performance environments. Second case study is the Wayang Kulit Festival at Aswara in Kuala Lumpur, representing an institutional and event-based performance setting. The third case study is the Fusion Wayang Kulit at GMBB in Kuala Lumpur, which represent a contemporary hybrid gallery integrating traditional craft with modern creative industry. Together, this case study illustrates the evolution of wayang kulit performance space from traditional environment to contemporary architectural venues. This finding from the case study reveal several important insights. At Gelanggang Seni, the traditional pavilion structure preserve strong cultural authenticity and traditional spatial hierarchy. However, this environment has limited integration with modern creative industry and digital technology. At Aswara, the performance space is more flexible and modular, allowing the integration of educational workshop and culture program. Additionally, craft market create economic opportunity for local artisan. At GMBB, the gallery environment demonstrates how wayang kulit can be integrated into the urban creative economy, combining exhibition spaces, craft display production, and surrounded by retail activities. These three cases illustrate the different way in which traditional cultural practices can interact with contemporary spatial environments. Overall, the finding demonstrate that the performative spatial axis remain consistent across different architectural contexts. The relationship between the dalang, the screen, the light source, and the audience remains central to the performance. Light and shadow continue to shape a narrative experience. Importantly, the spatial system proved to be highly adaptable, capable of functioning with traditional pavilion, institutional venues, and contemporary galleries. Next, based on these findings, several architecture design principles are proposed. First, performative flexibility, where spaces should be adaptable to support performance, workshop, and exhibition and community events. Second, visible cultural production, where craft making processes are integrated into public spaces to encourage cultural learning. Third, light as a spatial boundary, where lighting and projection technology shapes spatial movement and experience. Fourth, economic integration, where cultural facilities incorporate retail spaces, tourism infrastructure, and creative industry partnership to ensure long-term sustainability. In conclusion, wayang kulit functions not only as a narrative performance but also as a complex spatial system that organizes culture interaction through light, shadow, sounds, and spatial hierarchy. By translating this spatial into contemporary architecture framework, architecture can function as an enabling system that supports the sustainability of intangible cultural heritage. Through the integration of cultural production, technological innovation, and economic opportunities, traditional cultural practices can become part of the modern creative economy. The reinterpretation of this performative spatial axis therefore provide valuable insight for contemporary architectural design. That's all. Thank you very much for your attention.